Live right here on the Nightly Sports Call, Bordas and Bordas Hotline. You see it at 412-575-2600. Bordas and Bordas fighting for justice. And right now, the Houston Astros are fighting just to stay alive. And who do you call when you're in desperate need? You call Justin Verlander. Beast mode for him, 7 innings, no runs, 8 strikeouts. That's 21 strikeouts in 2 games, no runs. If you better trade deadline acquisition in recent time than Justin Verlander, I'd be really challenged to come up with on Paul Zeise. It's a great deal they made, and this is what you do when you think you can win. You go out and get somebody like this.
Yeah, I mean, the Dodgers went and got Yu Darvish. And then,
he's been better.
Well, but I'm just saying, Yu Darvish won a really.
Well, I mean, the bottom line is, if you want to win, you go out and you
go find those guys.
All
the
teams,
really. People can say whatever they want to say about Quintana. He wasn't good last night, but he won a couple of big games for them in the playoffs, and he was actually pretty good for them down the stretch. And the Yankees went out and got the third baseman, the guy that used to kill the Pirates, Frazier.
Yeah, Frazier.
All of them, all of these teams that are here, that got to the NLCS and the ALCS, they all made at least one big deal to bring somebody in.
Sensing a chance to win something, go out and do it. All right, before we get to the lines here at 412-575-2600, Stephon Tuitt will not play. He didn't practice all week, has a back injury. This has nothing to do with the bicep. It's another injury, but that's a big loss. And it looks like Marcus Gilbert, he also is doubtful in this game. The last time they played without those two guys, they lost in Chicago. So they're big parts of both of their sides of football, offensively and defensively.
And we saw against Kansas City, too, at how good of a player he can be. I mean, he was unblockable at times in that game and blew up how many plays, even if he didn't get the tackle or didn't get the sack. How many plays did he just blow up because they couldn't block him?
One other thing, Le'Veon Bell fined $12,000 for using a goalpost in his celebratory touchdown dance, which included boxing and hitting the shield, which I still think has something to do with that. Bud Dupree, $24,000. I thought it was a little much for a hit to the head for Alex Smith. And then Mike Mitchell, 2 fines totaling nearly $60,000. But unlike what we talked about yesterday, the $48,000 fine was not for his hit on Alex Smith. It was for his head-to-head, helmet-to-helmet on Sharkendrick West.
And he's a second-time offender or whatever. It's with that kind of hit.
But it's the nature of the beast in that secondary. I like that guy because he plays with an edge. Does he cross it? Yes. A lot of guys do that from time to time.
Yeah, but again, these guys know what the rules are.
I understand, but you're trying to make a play.
And you hear these defensive players, a lot of them say, you know what your target is now. You know where you're allowed to hit somebody. That's how you tackle.
What did you think of the hit on Smith?
Which one?
Mike Mitchell.
I thought it was really dirty. I didn't like it. Now
Smith did too.
But I didn't like it. But again, I don't know that he was trying to hurt him. There's a difference.
Right.
But intent to me doesn't matter. The result is you could have taken Alex Smith out of the game. I mean, maybe even out for the season.
Terry and Gibsonia is first tonight on the Sports Call. Hey, Terry.
Hey, guys. I want to get your thoughts on the Major League Baseball and no salary cap. We're basically looking at a all-star team with the Dodgers going into the World Series.
Right.
And basically the teams like the Pirates really don't have a chance. And you look at the NFL, NHL, there's a lot of parity, and I think it'd be a lot more competitive and popular if we had a salary cap.
I agree. This is my favorite theme. I talk about it for years, and I'll keep doing it because I think it goes against what should be what you hope to attain as a league, and that is everyone has an equal chance to win based on your drafting, based on money you spend, not just because you can spend more. And to use your example, Terry, and thank you for the call of the Dodgers, Paul, they had 27 guys on the disabled list this year, including many of their starters and star players, 27, and yet they still just keep putting guys in there. The Pirates have 1 or 2, and they're done. You're bored of talking about this. I know.
Yet the Dodgers haven't been to the World Series in, 30 years or something?
That's not my point.
My point is,
that's not let me ask you something.
The last 3 years when we had Kansas City twice and the Indians, nobody was talking about this.
Yeah, I was still.
Nobody was talking about this.
The bottom line is,
the Yankees are a team that mostly homegrown guys. They're young guys.
They also spend when they want to spend.
They spend some guys, but I'm telling you, the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Astros, and the Cubs, all 4 of those teams have a lot of young,
they do.
Homegrown.
That's fine.
Drafted, developed guys.
But let me ask you this. Every year, do the LA Dodgers have a better chance of winning their division based on the system that exists now than the Pirates, than the Reds, than the Padres? Yes or no? Do they have a better chance?
Do they have a better? Yes, but I would say the Steelers. I would say the Steelers have a better chance than the Browns.
But that's not because of salary issues.
But
that's because of drafting better.
But it's also because of they're a better organization. It's also because they know how to win.
I understand that. But
and they got better.
When you have a $250 million payroll, your chances of having more success are tremendously better than the Pirates or the Kansas City Chiefs.
In the NHL, if you've got Sidney Crosby, your chances are much better of winning than any other team. If
you still have a salary cap to deal with.
In the Steelers and the Patriots and these teams that have star quarterbacks, they have much better chance than everybody else. So if we're going to redistribute the wealth, let's redistribute the star players.
Jerry in Hempfield. Hey, Jerry. How you doing?
Hey, Paul, I just want to give you my opinion on with the Steelers and a couple other teams. At the beginning of the year, they figured the Steelers were a pretty high-powered team. To me, their offense is not one of the elite ones in the NFL. But saying that, New England was supposed to be a powerhouse, and they're not a powerhouse. And Atlanta was supposed to be good. They're not good. I think there's going to be a pretty good surprise this year. I'm looking at the Raiders. Even though they got a couple losses, it looks like they're coming on there. The Rams look good. I think there's going to be some teams in the playoffs that you don't even expect it to be there.
I still think there's a lot of time left in this season. I think all those offenses you mentioned that are struggling, Paul, I think they're all going to respond down the stretch.
Yeah, there's so much time left, Bob. I mean, it's so hard to figure out. You know, we get to week 10, 11, then we'll start to really figure out. But teams are still finding themselves. The Steelers are still finding themselves, you know. I mean, now all of a sudden they're going to win the Super Bowl. A week ago we were talking about firing everybody. I mean, I would say you wait another 5 or 6 weeks, we'll figure out who's really good and who's not.
All right, let's go out to Dave in Whitehall. What's up, Dave? How you doing?
Hey, that touchdown for the Jets, that was no touchdown. Right. And the touchdown for Oakland, that was a touchdown. They both bobbled the ball when they hit the ground. How come one was and one wasn't?
Well, the one that I didn't understand the one in the Jets at all, because in my view, thanks for the call, once the receiver makes the catch and starts to run, he's now a runner. To me, then, he has the same rules apply when you get to the goal line. That is, if the ball hits the pylon or crosses the goal line, even if you have it and it comes out, it's a touchdown. That ball never left his arms. It moved slightly, but by the time he hit the ground, he had control of it. I don't understand that call, and I can't believe it was overturned by replay.
The Jets?
The Jets.
Yeah, I have no idea. I can't even tell you what they called because it was so ridiculous.
They called it a fumble out of the end zone.
I understand that.
There was no fumble, number one.
What I'm saying is I don't know what they're looking at because I saw what you saw, which is this is a touch. You know, this is what are they looking at? That was one of those ones. Now he's talking about I guess he's talking about. There was a home run here.
Judge,
yeah.
Aaron Judge, all rise. Yes.
Yeah. There was a. Was he talking about the final play, the Raiders?
Yes, game? The one that Crabtree.
Yeah, but see, that was a different situation. Right. He was in the end zone when he caught it. Yeah, Aaron Judge just hit a home run.
Stan in reserve. Hey, Stan, how you doing?
Great. Love your show, guys.
Thank you.
Doing a good job as always. I just wanted to have a comment for you about Ben and the Steelers, how they can win Super Bowl 7 with number 7 before he retires. I haven't called for a while, but I mentioned it one other time about PFJ, how Ben played for Jesus, how he had it on his shoes all through high school and college and his first game in the pros until he got fined $5,000. And I think if he goes back to the basics and PFJ and he's a good Christian guy, and he can, I think, get that whole team back on track and give them the unity back.
You know, that's the hope as they go down the stretch. Thanks, man. Appreciate the call. Let's go out to, well, we don't have anyone left. Actually, we do, but it's not queued up. So I'll take a break. It's 412-575-2600. We'll be back with more right after this on Pittsburgh CW.